Hammond, we can't. There's nothing to be gained by us. Hammond, you idiot! You reversed into the sports lorry! No, you've broken my lorry. You've broken it.
I didn't know genuinely that was an accident.
Don't just drive off, Hammond! Hammond! Hammond!
Well, here's a video that's very long overdue. Did I spend an entire month over manufacturing a turntable that I would only use for a couple seconds? Yes. Yes, the hell I did. And I also might have made one or two things that I had no idea I needed. I don't actually like that meme all that much, so let's just move on to the mock. Anyways, this is based off the 2002 My Own Train, specifically the tank engine version. As you all know, there were lots of different variants of the My Own Train, depending on how the user wanted to build that model, but instead I've based mine off the tank engine, as I wanted to use more of my 4x4 sloped bricks, and I didn't really have a use for most of them. See, actually on the front, I actually ran out of 4x4s, and I had to use a 2x1 brick instead, which I think is honestly, it looks pretty good. I think I like the fact that it looks different and doesn't exactly match the original. You can actually see that this model actually does have a couple of parts from the Hogwarts Express, like the firebox and the back section of the tender. That's because I had two Lego Hogwarts Expresses. And I'll explain what happened to the other one, but it's a very long story. So, like this video if you guys would like me to tell that story. Anyways, you can obviously see there is one huge glaring issue with this model. It doesn't have the smoke box door. Eventually, I'll get around to adding one, but as of right now, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Next, let's move on to the next mock, which is a replica of the Lego Port Crane and Wagon. Is that actually what the set's called? I forget what year this was from, but it's from a very early era, so some design is fairly simplistic. Let's move on to the crane. There's not much complexity. As you can see, it actually has the wooden structures from the King's Cross station. And I tried to make this model a little bit more complicated than the original. The original only has the hook movement, I believe. However, my model actually has the crane arm, and it can actually go up and down, and the hook goes up and down as well. Overall, this design is very basic, but then again, like I said, I was just building things from shit I had. For as simplistic as a model as this is, I do find myself playing with it a lot. If I have like 10 minutes before something, I'll normally play with this. Anyways, let's move on to the third model. This is a replica of the Lego tipper truck. Basically, I was watching Brickstar's videos, and man has like an army of tipper trucks, and I'm like, I want one. Too bad I can't afford one. So I could just scratch build one. So instead, I just completely scratch built it. The tipper at the back is made from cardboard paper and has two of those fake wand pieces. Basically, they're both cut in half and stuck on either end, and it sits between the 2x2 brick in the middle of on the ends of the tipper, and basically it functions basically the same. It falls off a lot, but then again, I think that was generic for the tipper trucks at the time. You can see I've actually made a molded vent, and you'll see the tires are just the train wheels, but then again, I was working with what I had. And here's another example of me working with what I had. This is a replica of the Lego, I believe it was Direction Changer, and the Shell gas station. That is right, that is a Lego set. Again, I was just working with what I had. You can see it's very botched. It works, the signal works fairly well. The gas station is just the gas station. I usually position my tipper truck at the gas station. Yeah, so that about covers it for these models. That about does it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye. Wait, what is it? Wait, what happened to the high rip? Oh.